How to play Magic the Gathering. Mana. There are 5 colors in Magic the Gathering. Red, black, blue, white, and green. This is mana, and the way you use it, you look at the top upper right corner of the card. It tells you how much it costs to cast. For example, this card costs 8 and 1 red, which means that I will have to pay 8 and 1 red. Tapping. Tapping is when you turn your card sideways. Whenever you do, you can activate a card's ability. For example, I want to activate this card's ability, which makes me draw a card. If I create a token. Tokens are something that you can create. So I will tap it. Lands. Lands are something that you play every turn unless the card specifically says that you can play more than 1 land each turn. Land cards produce mana and create different colors of mana. And you tap lands to play a card's mana. Commander. For a commander deck, you will need 100 cards in your deck and 40 life for each player. And a card that says legendary creature, this card can be your commander. Standard. For standard, you need 60 cards and 20 life, and you will not have a commander that leads the deck. Drawing. You start by drawing 7 cards from your deck. If you have more than 7 cards, you have to discard till you get to 7, unless there's a card that specifically says you have no maximum hand size. You may draw cards at the beginning of your turn each turn, and you can only draw 1 unless there's a card that specifically says you can draw more than 1 card. Card types. There are many card types, but the most common are creatures, instants, sorceries, artifacts, enchantments. Creatures. Creature cards are the cards that have power and toughness. Some cards, called vanilla cards, they don't do anything, but they either have super powerful toughness or power. Creatures with flash can be played on the other player's turn as long as you pay their mana cost. Instants do the same thing. They can be played on the other player's turn, but they die after the end of their ability. Sorceries you cannot play on their turn, not on an opponent's turn, and sorceries also die at the end of their ability. Artifacts do not have a power or toughness, but they stay on the battlefield unless someone kills it. An artifact mostly produces mana, even if they're not a land card. Enchantments. Enchantments also stay on the battlefield, but they don't have a power or toughness. But they don't produce mana. They usually do other abilities. Graveyard. A graveyard is where you put all the cards that died. A graveyard is where you put all the cards and all your instants or sorceries, and after they die. When instants and sorceries die, at the end of their ability, some cards say that you can bring back some cards from your graveyard. Not that many, but some. You're not supposed to just take cards out of your library. Exile. Exile is kind of like a graveyard, except it's harder to bring back. There's only 3 cards in Magic ever printed that says you can bring back a card from exile. Hope this helps.